That's what I'm looking for on a daily basis. So if you're struggling with inspiration or motivation to write content, this is what I'm challenging you to do. What's going on, fam? Welcome back to another episode of the Wake Up with the Wolf podcast. It's your boy, it's your host, it's your mentor, Cole De Silva, Coach Cole the Wolf. I'm excited. Okay, guys, today we're going to be talking about 4 things that give me inspiration for my content. All right. But before we get into that, I got a couple things to talk about. Number one, I'm incredibly fucking happy right now. You guys know I always like to bring up the stats of the podcast because it just shows that you guys are listening. And even though I might not have the same stats as other people, like the homie B Mark, all right, homie's podcast is exploding, but I'm very happy with my own numbers. All right, the fact that we are about to hit 10,000 all-time plays for the podcast makes me super excited. Now we're actually at 8,665 plays for all time with the podcast right now, and honestly, it was basically because of the last 2 months. All right, why we're near that number. I've decided that once we hit 10,000 all-time plays on the podcast, I'm going to do a huge giveaway. I don't know if it'll be $1,000 cash like Brian does. I don't know if it'll be even a bigger giveaway with a little bit of like Amarok Aesthetics clothing, etc. thrown in there. But I want to do a massive giveaway. So once we do hit 10,000 all-time plays with the podcast, I'm going to do a massive giveaway. All right, just to kind of show my appreciation for you guys, show my appreciation for not only everybody who listens, but for everybody who listens and then sends me a message talking about their takeaway with the podcast. It makes me incredibly fucking happy. Now, also, if you are watching this on the video version of the podcast or live with me right now, obviously you can see my surroundings are a little bit different. Now, I told you guys on my last episode where I was experiencing a little bit of burnout that we were headed to Kelowna. Well, here we are. All right, I'm fucking amped up. We are in Kelowna right now, and I'm super fucking happy. It's beautiful. All right, it's been so nice the last couple days. We've enjoyed it. We went for a morning walk this morning right by the lake. Honestly, being around water just makes me so much more fucking happy. I grew up in Thunder Bay, Ontario, and even though it sent me down some pretty dark paths and I dealt with a lot of shit as a kid, the reason why I love Thunder Bay so much is because it's on Lake Superior. You're right by the fucking water. So like I love the humidity. I love the smell of the fucking city. Like it just smells so much better when you have like a big body of water there. I love the humidity. I love the feel of it. So being in Kelowna, waking up here, it's honestly like blissful to me. Like I feel super blessed. I feel super awake here. It's been absolutely amazing. But without further ado, let's kind of get into the core concept of this. We're going to be talking about 4 things that give me inspiration for my content. And again, the reason why we're doing this episode right now, and I'm going to bring up her name right now, is because of my client, Courtney Clark. So Courtney's an absolute savage. I love her content. She's all over Instagram Reels, makes me laugh all the time. TikTok, same thing. If you guys want to check her out, it's Courtney Clark Fitness. Hopefully that's her tag. I don't really know, but make sure you guys go try to find her on Instagram and TikTok. You love her content. But she brought that up to us on one of our latest Q&As. She asked me, what inspires me for my live streams? What inspires me for my content creation? And I thought about it for a couple minutes here. And I was like, instead of just doing a post about it, instead of just like doing like a one-liner about it, I wanted to do a podcast. I wanted to explain to you guys a couple things that inspire me, a couple things that push what I do for content, why I speak the way I do, why I produce the way I do, why I put out the type of content that I put out on a daily basis. So number one, all right, there's actually 4 main reasons, which I'm going to break down in a second, but I kind of want to go through the list of how I became this person you're seeing on social media, why I'm producing the content that I am. First off, it's Julia. All right. When it comes down to me producing the videos that you guys see on my TikTok and my Reels right now on a daily basis, I would not be the person I am today, posting the way I am today without Julia pushing me to be that person. Because when I was trying to find my flow, when I was trying to really step into who I was as a content creator on TikTok, I found that I enjoyed talking about money and I enjoyed talking about success motivation, but I didn't really have a flow with it. So I was just utilizing other people's voices. I was utilizing like an Andy Frisella's voiceover, or Gary V, or another one on Say Less Lifestyles. Go check out that TikTok page, by the way. I fucking love it. Utilizing voiceovers and then putting my own spin on it, my own attitude, my own look, my own aura to the video. And I liked it, but it wasn't me. Like, it wasn't 100% me. And Julia's like, why the fuck are you using other people's voices? You have a powerful voice. I'm like, I don't really know. Like, I just didn't really think about it. I'm like, I'm just fucking utilizing these voices because I like the videos. And she challenged me. She's like, fuck that shit. Use your own voice. She's like, people listen to you. You like, your clients love listening to you. There's a lot of people who follow you on IG and TikTok already. Like, use your fucking voice. She's like, I know it'll do well. So I started using it, and then bop. All right. I listened to her, listened to my wife. Fucking, oh God, like, who knew she was smart as fuck and understood me? Smart as fucking understood me. But I started listening to my wife, and literally everything's exploded. I actually just hit 173,000 followers on TikTok. And I'm going to talk about that in a couple minutes here as well. But that was the first step. All right. First step. Again, guys, I'm going to talk about my 4 inspirations in a minute. So bear with me. All right. The reason why I want to talk about this, and the reason why I want to kind of break down these 4 inspirations, because I see a lot of you guys struggling with content creation. And the reason why I see a lot of you guys struggle with content creation is because you're doing so much. All right. You're trying to do so much. And the reason why you're trying to do so much is because you see a Brian or myself recommending an insane amount of posting. All right. When it comes to Instagram, we recommend that you post 5 written pieces of content on Instagram and Facebook a week. Okay. Sometimes I don't even get 5. All right. Like, I'll try to get 5 in, but sometimes I'll neglect it. And I'll openly admit that to you guys, but I get at least fucking 5 reels out a week. And that's where it comes into reels. I recommend getting 5 reels out a week on top of your written content. I also recommend getting at least 2 TikToks out a day on a weekly basis. I also recommend being on your story a minimum of 10 times a day. So there's so many pieces of content that you guys are, quote unquote, looking to produce, quote unquote, expected to put out on a daily basis, that it overwhelms you, that you start struggling with it, that you start panicking with it. And then the fucking ultra common question comes into play of, where do I get inspiration from it? What do I do to get inspired to post that much? Cole, what do you do to inspire yourself to push that much? I'm just going to ask my wife to turn the AC on because it's hot as fucking here. 100%. But guys, it's not about like just putting out content for the sake of putting out content. It's about finding your own flow. And the reason why I wanted to tell you the story about me utilizing my own voice based off of Julia pushing me is because that's what I did. I found my own flow. And then, as you guys can see, based on the statistics I've broken down for you in the past, and based off of me breaking them down for you right now, which I'm going to do again, finding my own flow helped me immensely on TikTok. All right. Before I found my own flow, I was sitting around 30,000 followers, which, don't get me wrong, is still a lot. All right. I'm not going to say it's not at all. I'm not going to sit here and try to tell you guys that 30,000 followers isn't something that you should be proud about, because that would be ridiculous. However, I wanted to update that. I wanted to take it to the next fucking level, because you guys know my mentality. You know, like, the mentality that I carry myself with. And after I found my flow, I can't even go back in stats this far, but once I just embraced who I was and I found my flow, from April 6th until now, I've went from 106 to 172.6 thousand followers on TikTok. And this is actually a little bit behind because I'm at 173 now. And it was all about finding my flow. It was about realizing what my voice was about. And it was about utilizing or taking inspiration from the things around me. And now I'm going to get into the 4 things that give me inspiration for my content. So if you are wondering what inspires me to produce the content I produce, if you are wondering why I'm able to produce as much pieces as I am on a daily basis, like 5 written posts for Instagram on a weekly basis, 5 written for Facebook, fucking 5 to 10 reels a week, 2 TikToks a day, every single week, 7 days a week, 4 podcasts a week with my regular trainings for my Facebook group, which I do 3 a week. Like, I'm producing so much content, guys. It's fucking insane. And it comes from these pieces of inspiration. Number 1. All right. The first place I take inspiration from is my surroundings. All right. My surroundings is number 1. Super easy. All right. And this comes down to me traveling. All right, traveling, coffee shops. But on top of that, even without COVID, I still took inspirations from my surroundings. All right, my house. I would talk about moving into my house that we bought a year ago and how we were hitting the anniversary of it. I'd talk about my brother moving in. My brother moving into into my house and how it was like not affecting our lives in a negative way, but how it was affecting my life in a positive way. The stories that we were sharing on a daily basis. I would talk about my puppy. All right. I would talk about the weather. You guys hear me talk about that stuff all the time when I come on the podcast. When I come and I just want to speak to you guys at the beginning, I'll do videos on that. I'll do videos breaking that stuff down, little stories about it on my Instagram, little stories about it on my stories, on my TikTok, on my Reels, etc. I take inspiration from my surroundings. I like to put myself in different surroundings to spark that creative mindset around me. That's also another big reason why I do walks in the morning before the sun comes up, because I'm so creative at that time, because I'm just listening to the birds chirp. I'm listening and absorbing my surroundings while I'm taking my morning walk at the beginning of the day, which just helps me completely relax. Where so many people try to be creative at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, you've already dealt with everybody else, your family, your friends, your spouse, your clients, your coworkers, the fucking struggles, the fires you've had to put out, all the negative shit that you've dealt with throughout the entire day kills your creative mind. So I try to do it in the morning. I surround myself with things that make me happy, that make me feel relaxed, that put me in a blissful state to give me inspiration to post. All right. Now, obviously, if you guys can travel, that's where the traveling comes in. Going to Fairmont for 2 weeks, being in that place that just calms me down and makes me feel amazing, helped me be way more creative because my mind was more relaxed. All right. My mind was more relaxed and open to talk about different things. Not to mention, I was talking about being in Fairmont. I was talking about how I did a post about how I loved being in Fairmont so much because of the fact that we actually did our wedding reception there because COVID tried to ruin our fucking wedding. And it was so nice going back there. And I love it so much, not only because it's a family home, but because it always sparks that memory that I had my first dance in the backyard with my wife. Like, it's just different things. My surroundings are a big reason why I post the content that I do and why I'm able to continuously write content, because I'm surrounding myself with things that calm me down, that make me feel good. So that's number one, the first place I took inspiration from. The second is my friends and family, my circle. All right, my friends and family. When it comes to my friends, all right, I surround myself with high-level motherfuckers. All right, I take inspiration from Caleb. All right, I take inspiration from Jeff. I take inspiration from Brian. These guys are savages. They bust their fucking asses on a daily basis. They're always working. They're always doing different things. So not only do I take inspiration from them and their work ethic, but I take inspiration from their posts. Like, as an example, guys, I'll talk about my homie Jeff. When Jeff first came to us, he was just our client. And he had such a relentless fucking work ethic and an attitude that now, obviously, he's one of the main coaches in the academy, and his content is up-leveled so much that his written content inspires me to write better content sometimes. I take inspiration from my friends, from my family, from the shit that they are producing on a daily basis, because I only surround myself with high-level individuals. It's how it works. All right, when it comes down to my family. All right, yeah, my family might not be entrepreneurs, but they do some fucking badass shit. My brother's about to be a father, my older brother. My younger brother, Danon, just finished his 4th year of university to become a nurse. Just graduated. He's such a fucking smart kid. I take inspiration from him. I try to surround myself and take little pieces of inspiration from my friends and family on a daily basis, because there's little things like a saying that they might say, or a post that they might post that I can take inspiration from, or their work ethic that day, or their mentality or their attitude. There's always a little thing that I can take from a family member or a friend that gives me inspiration to write a post or to act a certain way or to do a live or to do a video. So it's the little telltale things that I take inspiration from. Number 3 is my clients. All right, a lot of you guys listening to this right now are my clients, and I take a lot of inspiration from you guys. All right. And not only from the aspect of what I just explained from my family and my friends, the work ethic that you guys have, the mentality that you guys have, the things that you're writing on a daily basis, the fucking posts you're making, the way that you treat other people, all that stuff inspires me. But on top of that as well, I take inspiration from your pains, inspiration from your excuses, inspiration from your struggles. Guys, we have 890 clients in the academy. If I need to talk about something, if I want to produce a piece of content to not only help you guys, but inspire you guys and help you take your business to the next level, all I got to do is open up my Facebook group with 890 clients and type in the word struggle. Then I look at your guys' struggles and I have content for days. Then I can produce content that helps you guys on a deeper level. That can not only help my clients who are listening to this right now, but that can help other people that might not be my client that still struggles with that same thing. All right. And then last but not least is social media. I take inspiration from social media on a daily fucking basis. Not only from my idols, all right, from the few people I actually look up to, like a Gary Vee, like a CT Fletcher, like an Andy Frisella. All right. Hopefully I'm saying his last name right, because fucking I honestly just started listening to his content after somebody told me that me and him basically have the same mentality. But I take inspiration from as much as I can around me. As much as I can around me. All right. I also, when it comes to social media, take inspiration from the bullshit I see. A lot of the content that I produce on TikTok is success motivation. All right. Cutting out the excuses, not playing around with a sheep fucking mindset. You guys know how it is. It's the same thing on my reels. All right. Most of my reels are just reposting my TikToks. All right. But I take inspiration from that shit and I create content around it. You guys, inspiration and content can be produced from anything that you have around you on a daily basis. That's why my 4 things that give me inspiration for content are so simple. Number 1, my surroundings. Where am I? What can I write about? What did I see that morning? What inspired me? How was the morning? Was it nice? Was it bad? Did it make me happy? Did it make me sad? What's going on there? All right, I take inspiration from my surroundings. Number 2 is my circle. All right, this is why, again, I surround myself with high-level fucking individuals. And why I always tell you guys to cut out the fucking loser friends that you have. And sometimes it's going to be your fucking mom. Stop surrounding yourself with negative people that are always looking for the negative aspect of everything in life. Because trust me, when I tell you, if you only surround yourself with high-level individuals, you'll be inspired on a daily fucking basis. And whether it'll be big inspiration, whether they do something crazy, or the slightest little fucking mentality shift in their attitude will inspire you immensely. Number 3 is my clients. Again, 890 clients. It's pretty fucking hard not to be inspired by some of them. All right, fuck our client Andrew Chow in the mastermind. Literally, we just ran a 4-day challenge with him. He made $26,000 in 4 days. It's kind of hard not to take inspiration from that. All right, our homie Don Lamb, my fitness coach now, our coach for the mastermind. He's one of our fucking top fucking clients that ran through level 1 and level 2, just broke his own record and made $127,000 in 1 month with his business. It's pretty fucking hard not to take inspiration from that. That's why I look into it. Number 4, social media. You guys, we have so much fucking shit in the palm of our hands that we can look at on a daily basis, but half of you guys just aimlessly scroll. When I scroll social media, not only do I do it for fun sometimes, but I'm always looking to take inspiration from someone. I'm always looking to take inspiration from other people's content because there's so many creative motherfuckers out there. There's so many people that have so much fucking talent on social media that I scroll social media with the intention of to take inspiration. That's what I'm looking for on a daily basis. So if you're struggling with inspiration or motivation to write content, this is what I'm challenging you to do. All right, I want to challenge you to be intentional with what you're surrounding yourself with. All right, pay attention to your surroundings. Just a little bit of a wake-up call. There's a lot of people in Kelowna that don't even take advantage of Kelowna. All right, I fucking love it here. Obviously, I haven't lived here my entire fucking life, but like, trust me, I moved to Calgary and I fucking hate it. It's just a river. That's it. Now I'm literally by the lake and it's fucking beautiful. And there's people that I've talked to that have lived here their entire life that literally haven't said they've gone to the beach in the last year. All right. Regardless of fucking winter. Take inspiration from your surroundings. Challenge yourself to do something different. Next, your circle. Pay attention to your circle. Look at what they're doing. Not only their mentality, but the moves that they're making. All right. There might be something that shocks you. There might be something that inspires you. Next is your clients. If you're a fitness coach, pay attention to how your clients are acting. Watch when they're waking up. Watch what they're doing on a daily basis. Pay attention to the moves that they're making. I bet you one inspires you. All right. And last but not least, stop scrolling social media aimlessly. Go to social media with the intention to take inspiration, because there's so many people on the internet right now with unlimited fucking talent that you could be taking inspo from. These are the 4 things, the 4 places that give me inspiration on a daily basis for my content. And yeah, a lot of it is, again, success motivation and cutting out the excuses. But that's why I'm so open to listening to these 4 places on a daily basis. Because when it comes to my surroundings, that's why I don't accept excuses, because there's always something great going on that we can look at on a daily basis, regardless how shitty our day is. All right, take these things and implement them. Start paying attention to these 4 things, and I guarantee you the inspiration will come. All right, that brings us to the end of this episode of the Wake Up with the Wolf podcast. I wanted to keep this one short and sweet today. All right, just kind of give you an insight on how my creative brain works, on what I focus on to create my content. All right, I appreciate you guys for listening. Peace. What's going on, Clubhouse? How y'all doing?